Hi, I'm Brenda Quintana coming to you from the Beehive. Today I'm going to show you how to make this quick card using the Polka-Dot Pieces stamp set. The Polka-Dot Pieces stamp set will be retiring very soon. The last day you can be guaranteed to get the stamp set is May 26, 2015. The Polka-Dot Pieces stamp set has been one of my favorite stamp sets because it matches with so many of our punches. There are also lots of other cool products retiring, and some of them are discounted, so make sure you check them out in my Stampin' Up! Store. Okay, let's get started. So to start off with, you're going to need the Whisper White note cards and envelopes. So let me just take a card out. If you don't have these note cards, you can make one if you cut a piece of cardstock to 7 inches by 5 inches and then score in half at the 3.5 inch mark. And I'm going to go ahead and fold this card along the score line already. And I'm going to just take my bone folder and crease that fold down so it stays nice and flat. Okay, and then I'm going to make sure it's sitting the correct way, and I'm going to also take a piece of cardstock. This is Pear Pizzazz, and I've cut this piece to 3.5 inches by 1.25 inches. And I'm going to take the words from the Polka-Dot Pieces stamp set, this one right here, Thoughts of You Bring Smiles, and I've already put this on G block here. And I'm going to take a darker color than Pear Pizzazz. I'm going to take Garden Green so it shows up really well. Let me open that up. Let me just go ahead and ink up, make sure it's the right way around, my stamp set. And I'm going to make sure that I line the top of my block up with the top of my Pear Pizzazz a cardstock, and then I'm going to make sure that it is centered. So let me just see right about there like that. Okay, and then I can put that aside. And what I'm going to do is see how I've kind of created the look of grass or a hill. I'm just going to use my paper snips to kind of cut along the lines. So I'm just going to follow the curvature of the words and just kind of bend it around like that and like that. So it kind of looks like a little hill. And then I'm going to take some Tombow glue and I'm going to put it on the back here. And we're just going to adhere this right down at the very bottom of our note card, like that. Make sure it's lined up. You have a few seconds with the Tombow, so if you didn't get it quite right, you can kind of shift it. Gee, I'm a little bit off today. Okay, that's good like that. And then we're going to take the butterfly from the Polka-Dot Pieces stamp set, this one right here, and we're going to take 3 different colors of ink. I've got Crushed Curry, I've got Tangerine Tango, and I've got Bermuda Bay. So let's start off with Crushed Curry. Let me open it up, and let me just set this note card aside for a moment. And we're going to need a piece of scrap piece of paper of Whisper White. Whisper White stamps really nicely, by the way. It's got a nice smooth surface. So I'm just going to ink up my butterfly in Crushed Curry and stamp it on there. And the way I clean my stamps is I have a Stampin' Scrub, and it has 2 sides. One is for misting. I don't know if you can see that very well. In the corner, there's some little raindrops right there. And that means you spray on that side. So I've got my Stampin' Mist right here. I'm just going to spray on that side. I'm going to clean my stamp on that side and then dry it on this side. So it's ready to go. And I'm going to put my Crushed Curry away, and let's stamp next with Tangerine Tango. And let me just go ahead and ink that up. And then it's probably already wet enough from my first spray, so I can just go ahead and clean it again and dry it off. This helps you if you're stamping a stamp in multiple colors and you don't want to have to run to the sink to clean off with a paper towel. You can just keep on going right at your workstation. And then, oh, let me make sure I ink this up well. This is Bermuda Bay. I'm going to stamp that down. And I won't clean it this time because I can just move on. I don't need to stamp it again. And remember I mentioned that the stamp set matches a lot of punches. This is the Elegant Butterfly punch right there. So we can just use this punch to punch these pieces out. Just center it. And this punch actually punches right inside of the edges, which is kind of cool, so you don't you get really nice coverage right to the edge of the ink. I really like that a lot. And then one more. Okay. All right, so let me bring back my little card. Oh, and one other thing I thought would be add a little dazzle to the card. Now this is only if you have a little bit more time, because if you use dazzling details you will need to let it dry. If you don't put on a thick layer, maybe half an hour of drying time, but I recommend just leaving it alone for like maybe an hour. So if you're going to stamp a bunch of these cards, just go ahead and punch these out and let them dry. I don't know if you can see that or not, but in person it just adds a little glitter to the body. This Dazzling Details is, this particular one is kind of clear. It's just got sparkles in it. So it's just going to make the body of the butterfly really, really sparkly. And the reason I'm taking them off camera is because I've already prepped some butterflies so that I don't get my fingers in the Dazzling Details. So let me grab these ones. I don't know if you can see this at all. It looks better in person, like most things, but it just adds a little sparkle to the butterfly. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals. These are little foam dots, and I'm going to put one on the back of each of my butterflies, and that way they'll stick out a little bit from the card, just giving it a little bit more like the look of a butterfly. And then what I like to do is I like to go ahead, and I've already kind of got a pattern, but you can change up the pattern, but you should put them all down first and then take them and do them one at a time like this. And that way you save yourself some space and make sure that you've got space for each one of your butterflies. And there you go. You've got a really cute and easy note card, but it's really pretty too. So all the supplies you'll need to make these cards are available for purchase on my blog. The Polka-Dot Pieces stamp sets are only guaranteed available until May 26, 2015. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Bye for now.